Hey Tribe, welcome to your super targeted leg workout. For today's exercise, I'd love for you to have a heavier set of dumbbells. In fact, your heaviest set of dumbbells. Our legs are our strongest muscles in our body. So to really bring it to the next level in tone and sculpt, it's going to be important that we have heavier weights. So in addition to the weights, you're also going to need a chair or sofa nearby, some floor space, a bottle of water, and of course, that can-do spirit. I cannot wait to burn our legs together. But first, as always, let's warm up. Let's start with some butt kicks. Just taking the heel of that foot to your booty, really warming up the leg muscles. Beautiful. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Now let's transition that to high knees. Just bringing those knees nice and high, wide leg if possible. Also, lubricate those hip joints. Beautiful. For 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Start with some hip circles for me. Moving those hips in one direction. Find a big circle with that booty. Going for 3, 2, and 1. Reverse direction. Great job. For 3, 2, and 1. Give me some air squats. Just going down and up, not over extenuating. Just warming up the leg muscles. And in 3, 2, and 1. Stay nice and low for me. Just go from side to side, extending one leg while bending the other. Great job. Go nice and low if you can. Warming up those hips. For 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Last but not least, let's just turn that ankle. Some ankle circles. If you need to hold on to something here, please do so. Just drawing a circle with that big toe. For 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Beautiful job. For 3, 2, and 1. Great job, Tribe. Have your bottle of water nearby. I encourage you to use the pause button at liberty, but I will be incorporating breaks. And let's have an awesome workout. For our first exercise, we're going to do some stationary lunges. I'll demo it first, then we'll go into count. Grab both of your dumbbells, and if you need to know how to lunge, I have a demo video. But ultimately, we're going to have both of our feet wider than hip width apart, starting with our right leg. We're going to go down and up into a stationary lunge position, ensuring a 90-degree bend in both of those legs, making sure our shoulders are back. And we're going to go down and up for 30 seconds per leg. exercise, we're gonna do some jump squats. I'll demo it first, then we'll go into a count. With our feet wider than hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out. We're gonna start in a low squat position. We're gonna jump using our arms if we want, and we're gonna land back in that squat. So we're gonna jump and land in that squat. What I don't want you to do is jump, stand, and go into a squat. I want you to jump and land in that squat. You can use your hands for some momentum. Regardless of what you do with your hands, it's not that important. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. I'll demo it first, then we'll go into count. You're gonna do some stiff leg deadlifts. You're gonna need one dumbbell. Grab the dumbbell in your right hand. Starting with our right leg is gonna be firmly planted on that floor with a micro bend in that leg. It's gonna be straight. The back leg, you're gonna have behind you for support, heel off the ground. We're gonna take that dumbbell hinging from the hips, neck and upper torso aligning. We're gonna go until we have a flat back, until we feel a nice pull in that hamstring. Then we're gonna bring it back up with a micro squeeze at the top for glutes. Going down and up. Down till you have a nice flat back and up. So really we're targeting the leg that's straight. The back leg is just there to support us. With a deadlift, it's super important we hinge from those hips, pushing the booty out, keeping that first leg straight to really feel that pull in the hamstring. Then we're going to drive up and we're going to do each leg, switching the dumbbell for the opposite leg, and we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Meet me on the floor. You're just going to need one dumbbell. Put those feet on the sofa or chair that you have nearby. You're going to rest that dumbbell on your pelvic muscle. Now, if this is too hard for you, please feel free to place a towel or a pillow underneath. What we're ultimately going to do is holding each end of the dumbbell for support. We're going to drive that booty up to the point where our torso and our legs are in full alignment. We're going to bring it back down, tapping the floor, just to drive it back up again. Really feeling that in our hamstring and in our glute. Just like that. Resting those heels into the sofa or chair for support. We're going to go for 30 seconds. For our final exercise of the round, we're going to do some goblet squats. You're going to need one dumbbell. This time we're going to do it with our feet close together. So holding that dumbbell right at your chest with your feet close together, We're gonna drive from those hips into a squat, keeping a nice flat aligned back, and then driving back up. Keeping our feet close together hits another side of the leg and the glute. So we're gonna go down, 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 down to the point where our thighs are parallel with that floor, and we're gonna drive back up. If you need to learn how to squat, I have a how-to squat video, but this time it's a little different with our feet close together. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. Alrighty guys, and there you have it. Hopefully your legs are feeling nice and wobbly just like mine. Let's take a moment to bring our heart rate down. If you're like me, your heart is racing, you're sweating, so let's bring our whole state back down to a nice equilibrium. And let's prepare for a nice cool down and stretch. So while you're focusing on bringing that breath down, I'd like you to grab one foot for me, hold on to something if you need it, really pushing the hip and pelvic muscles out, really feeling a beautiful pull in the front of that leg. The key here is to drive that knee back, push those hips and pelvic muscles out to really feel the pull. As we bring our breath down, we're going to hang out here for 3 deep breaths. Awesome job. Switch to the other side. Finding a nice point of balance. Focusing on driving that knee back, the hips forward, holding on to something if you need it. Holding on to that foot, feeling that pull in the quad for 3 deep breaths. Awesome job. Like your feet nice and wide. I'd like you to go down into a deep squat. If you can, place your elbows in each of those kneecaps. If not, place your hands on the floor. But I'd like you to cross those hands and just really feel that beautiful deep stretch in those hips, the abductor. Really using your elbows to push out those knees, hanging out here for just 3 deep breaths. Placing your hands on the floor, driving that booty up, keeping your back nice and flat, lowering that head. Let's hang out here for a beautiful back bend. Now here you can hold on to the floor, or you can hold on to your elbows and just let your head hang like a rag doll. It's entirely up to you. The key here is to feel a beautiful pull in the back of those legs and feel a nice deep stretch in that lower back. We'll hang out here for 3 deep intentional breaths. Great job, bringing those hands to the floor if they're not there. Walking your hands over to one leg. I'm choosing to start with my left. Bringing your forehead down to that knee or as close as possible. Keeping a beautifully flat and aligned back. Micro bend in that front leg. You're really going to focus on stretching out your left thigh, the back of the thigh right now. Pushing that other hip out. Let's hang out here for 3 deep breaths. Great job, making your way to the opposite leg. For me, it's my right. For you, it might be your left. Bringing that forehead as close to the knee as possible, or as comfortable. And just really hanging out here, feeling a beautiful stretch in the back of that leg for 3 deep breaths. Great job. Make your way back to center. Hanging out here for a bit. See if you can get a bit deeper into that stretch. Perhaps now you're going to place your hands on the floor, if possible. Heel to toe, those feet in, to the point where they're hip width apart. And slowly focus on bringing that body back up to a standing position, slowly but surely, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing your head to be the last to rise. Beautiful job. We're gonna do a quick stretch with a couch or sofa nearby. I'll give you a minute to grab it. But ultimately what I'd like us to do is put one of our legs on that couch or sofa, hinging from those hips, leaning forward with a micro bend in that leg that's bent. Really feeling a nice pull in that hamstring some more. Flexing that toe out, keeping your head in, hanging out here for 3 deep breaths. Awesome job. Slowly bring your other foot up. Hinging from those hips, doing the same thing. Bringing that forehead down to that knee or as close as comfortably possible, hanging out here for 3 deep breaths. Great job bringing your foot back into center for our final stretch of the evening or day or morning. Bringing those hands out nice and wide, reaching to each opposite end of the room. Wide, 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 wide. And bringing that in for some loving, holding yourself nice and tight. Thanking yourself for showing up today, for being here and showing up for your body. Thanking your body for all it does for us. Deep breaths of appreciation. Perhaps you're gonna give your legs some love, thanking it for carrying you through life each and every day without even being asked. Oh, we love you, tribe. We thank you so much for continuing to invite us into your journey, and we'll see you in the next workout.